I'm getting this question like why Arrival is different many times, and I would say that actually everything is different. People, culture, technologies we are using, materials, components, method of manufacturing. The only thing which probably similar to other companies is that our products called van and bus, but everything else is different. Automotive industry, in the way how it is now, was developing for more than 100 years, and it was a lot of innovations and a lot of optimization with the process. And today we believe that industry is on the maximum level of efficiency. What we understood today that is not enough, because we still get vehicles which are expensive and that are not sustainable. And that's why we started Arrival in January 2015 with the idea to reinvent the way vehicles are made.
And one of the things that makes our approach different is our microfactory approach to assembling and manufacturing vehicles. A microfactory is a much, much simpler process as compared to a legacy automotive manufacturing plant. A typical automotive assembly plant takes literally years to construct. We can do that whole thing in 6 months or less. So it's maybe 1/6 the amount of time and maybe 1/10 of the CapEx, if that.
The vehicle, the way how they design today, cannot be assembled by microfactories. The vehicle must be designed to be assembled by microfactories. If you take a normal car today, only to make the body system, you need to have at least 1,000 robots. In our case, all assembly process is less than 70 robots.
The brief was really clear from the start. How do we build vehicles at price parity with a conventional diesel vehicle? Now, what that means when you're putting a large, expensive, heavy battery into a vehicle is that you need to make the body system lighter and lower cost. If you were to take a conventional steel panel and compare it to ours, then we're less than half the weight. The materials that we're developing are thermoplastic-based composites, and we can recycle those an infinite number of times. We have far higher ductility, and what that means is the panel rebounds from impact. So rather than having to repair or replace, our panels actually survive much longer out in the field, massively reducing the potential repair bills for our customers.
When you look at our elements components, they're modular. They're based on a 10 by 10 grid. They're stackable, they're plug and play. It's amazing. Designing our products ourselves, owning the IP, giving us the ability to upgrade that, prioritize the products that we need. It's easy installation, easy replacement, agility for the future.
We invented grid-based components, new material technologies to do the body systems, and a new software to manage our factories, and also in-vehicle software. So if you combine all those things together, microfactories, components, materials, and the software, those are enabling technologies which makes it possible to make best-in-class vehicles.
We always get the question, why commercial vehicles first? And it's actually because it's an underserved market. So right now you have very few vehicles that you can go and get, and you're not able to do anything bespoke or custom with those vehicles. You get what you get. It's a market that cares about the total cost of operating, which electric vehicles enable, and Arrival further enhances that. And then it's a growing market. It's a large segment. There's 2 million vans by 2025, a total addressable market over 280 billion. And Arrival has the best-in-class product. We're able to scale rapidly. We're able to really use the technologies to enable these customers to improve their operations. We can work with cities and customers, and we can create those at any volume, again, using the same microfactory. So it's a win-win on both sides.
It's a perfect time for companies like us to step into this industry and actually change it. We found a way how to break the rule of economy of scale. We have much better product, green product, but it also has better pricing as well. And this perfect combination where you don't need to have a compromise between being green or being efficient. So with our products, it comes together.
Hi, I'm Patrick Beon, Chief of Product here at Arrival, leading our van programs. Here today in Banbury, our R&D centre here in the UK, we really want to give you an insight into the design of our latest van product. So everything we do at Arrival is designed to make sure that we can offer fleets vehicles not only at a price comparable to that of diesel competitors, but actually we design everything from the ground up. So the platform architecture, the components, the body structure, the materials, and the software that powers our vehicles to make sure that we can make a vehicle which is not only more efficient in its cargo volume, its payload, but that we can really target technologies and features specified and optimized for commercial fleets. So the problems I've mentioned that we've solved in terms of the materials technologies, the platform architecture, the components, everything we do it to enable scalability. We know that for big fleets, servicing and the daily checks in the vehicle are really important, and we want to speed those up as quickly as possible. We have a single integrated point for all service connections here at the front of the vehicle, all of the coolant, brake fluid, windshield reservoir, all in a single place. The software is equally as important. So all of our vehicles are fully connected and therefore benefit from over-the-air updates for the life of the vehicle. So the over-the-air updates and the connectivity give us the ability to monitor some of the key health aspects of this vehicle. It's thermal management system, battery management system, powertrain, door status, etc. So not only can we monitor the health, but we can forecast what issues we're seeing in the vehicle. We offer a number of different heights and lengths. So we have 3 heights of vehicle, a 2.7, again built around that process of walking on and off the vehicle 200 times a day, a 2.4, and then a sub 2 metre roof height for our customers that need vehicles in urban areas, multi-storey car parks, etc. Battery pack in the centre of the floor for a low centre of gravity. So this vehicle here, 5.8 metres long, 14 cubic metres cargo capacity. Again, that we make sure that every vehicle we offer has greater cargo capacity over the footprint of the vehicle compared to any other vehicle available. This is a thermoplastic composite body structure. We want to be able to bring a number of different vehicle lengths, heights, and configurations to customers around the world quickly. And to do that in a cost and a time efficient way means that we have to really rethink the traditional processes used in body structure. So where traditional vehicles are using complex, expensive, high pressure stamped metals, which are then painted, we have built a new body structure entirely and a new proprietary material from the ground up. All of these panels are fully recyclable, so at end of life, or in the instance that we do need to replace a panel, we're taking this part, putting it through a recycling process, and really finally bringing a circular economy to body structures. So I'd like to show you a few of the really special features about this product. So we've integrated a set of hardware to enable a lot of safety features that are becoming quite accustomed on passenger vehicles, not necessarily commercial vehicles. So here we have 2 cameras at the front, 2 on either side, 1 at the back, and combining that with a set of ultrasonic sensors around the vehicle and radars front and rear. The data coming from these cameras can be used by fleets in a lot of different ways, such as security warnings, insurance claims. Effectively, we have a black box in the vehicle. Also means that for fleets where insurance claims and damage is a big problem for them, we have the ability to not only warn the driver and the fleet as to when something's happened in the vehicle, whether it's a crash or a security threat. Now, something really important for this vehicle is its upgradability. We want to make sure that that vehicle, when it leaves our factory, only gets better over time. So all of our vehicles, as standard, have over-the-air updates. That means that we can improve its efficiency, its performance, and bring new features into the vehicle. We created a number of different solutions for fleets to use for security in their vehicles. You can use mobile phone or key fob or an NFC device. And we use that with these touch points. So the driver's proximity is detected, coming in, touching that touch point, releases the door. Whether a driver's carrying a box, it's wet, it's raining, he's wearing gloves, doesn't matter. Release the door with the touch point. This door's then really easily just sliding forward and backwards. And that gives you this really compelling aperture. This floor height is around about 200 millimeters lower than competitive diesel vehicles. So not only does that bring you much bigger cargo capacity over the footprint of this vehicle, but it means that for getting in and out, it's a really seamless process. So let's come in and I'll show you some of the key features on the interior. So by designing the vehicle from the ground up, we've really managed to exploit a few benefits in this vehicle. We've pushed the driver as far forward as possible, we've pushed the dash line very low down, and we've opened up this very expansive visibility from the driver's seat. Of course, getting that driver far forward as well just maximises that cargo capacity I've talked to you about. So we've designed the vehicle to make sure that the driver's got as fewer distractions and interactions as possible. We believe that the most seamless experience is the safest one. So we have 3 forms of control. Here on the steering wheel we have these directional pads, and they're used for audio, GPS, voice control, etc. And then we use stalks for gear select, park, reverse, neutral, drive, lights and wipers. And we combine that with voice control, which we want drivers to use as much as possible. And importantly, this content can be customized for vehicles for different customers. So we want to make sure that if there's any third-party app, any other functionality that fleets are using, they can integrate it directly into their vehicle. And so for the walk-in configuration here, we have this raised pedestal and a flat floor, as I mentioned, running from the front of the vehicle all the way through to the back. Really trying to make sure that anything fleets need, the ways in which they're going to utilize this vehicle, is catered for as simply and as low cost as possible. So here you see one form of the rear door. We have a powered roller shutter, again activated by a capacitive touch point, so the driver doesn't need to have their hands free to operate the door. Everything we do at arrival is focused at making sure that fleets no longer have to choose between a compromised product or paying a premium in order to bring electric vehicles into their businesses.